online check-in doubles your unpaid paperwork. You upload your insurance card, list every medication, confirm your address, sign 3 boxes, and arrive at the office ready for modern efficiency. Then, a receptionist slides over a clipboard containing the same questions. Apparently, the internet did not remove your homework. It preloaded it. Your first clue is the cheerful email announcing that completing forms early will save time at arrival. Your time, presumably, although the email never specifies where those savings will be stored. You tap the link. The link opens an app. The app demands an account. The account needs a password containing 1 capital, 1 symbol, and evidence of emotional resilience. Then you photograph your insurance card. Front, back, front again because glare apparently invalidated your citizenship. You enter your address, birthday, emergency contact, pharmacy, medications, allergies, symptoms, and the reason for your visit. The reason is, now, fatigue, mostly from completing the reason. A progress circle reaches 98% and stays there long enough to establish residency. You finally receive a green check mark. Success. Your information has entered the system, which is a comforting phrase until you discover that the system appears to mean a decorative waiting room somewhere behind reality. At the desk, your digital preparation becomes irrelevant. You confirm your name aloud. You confirm your date of birth aloud. You hand over the insurance card, whose intimate portrait already lives in the app. Then comes the clipboard. Same address. Same medications. Oh, same allergies. Same emergency contact. The office calls this verification. Your wrist calls it a second shift. The hidden pattern is not digitization. It is duplication, wearing a cleaner shirt. The old process survives untouched, while a new process gets stacked in front of it. Nothing disappears except your assumption that finishing a task means finishing it. That is why the inconvenience feels difficult to complain about. Each request takes only a minute. Yap looks polished. The staff sounds apologetic. Every checkpoint seems reasonable in isolation. Combined, they turn your arrival into an obstacle course designed by departments that have never exchanged phone numbers. Medicine is merely the opening exhibit. At a hotel, online check-in asks when you will arrive, who is staying, whether you want housekeeping, and which card should absorb the security deposit. You receive a confirmation number large enough to launch a satellite. At reception, the clerk asks when you arrived, who is staying, whether you want housekeeping, and which card should absorb the security deposit. The confirmation number contributes moral support. Air travel expands the ritual. First, an email asks you to check in. Then, the airline app asks you to check in. At the airport, a kiosk asks whether you packed your own bag, requests your passport, and prints a tag. At the counter, an agent requests your passport and asks whether you packed your own bag. Apparently, luggage becomes suspicious whenever it travels 12 feet. Appointments outside medicine perform the same trick with greater creativity. Your salon sends a form about preferences, then a text asking you to confirm, then an automated email requesting another confirmation. You arrive and hear, what are you thinking today? The detailed notes you submitted about length, color, and style have apparently been preserved for historians, not the appointment. A repair service asks you to describe the broken appliance online. You select washing machine, upload photos, enter the model number, and explain that the drum makes a sound like cutlery falling downstairs. The technician arrives, looks directly at the washing machine, and asks, which appliance? Diagnosis. Your form reached scheduling while your technician reached your home. Information completed. Separate vacations. These failures rarely come from missing technology. Each touch point successfully captures something. The absurdity is that the app, kiosk, inbox, desk, and employee behave like neighboring kingdoms with closed borders. Your data exists everywhere and arrives nowhere useful. Repetition becomes the bridge between systems because duplication protects the machinery from its own gaps. The machinery has 2 clocks. Your clock measures total minutes lost. The organization's clock measures whether each department completed its assigned step. Those clocks produce opposite definitions of efficiency. If you spend 15 minutes entering data at home, that cost vanishes from the office schedule. Your labor occurs off the books. The waiting room looks faster even when your evening became slower. Digital check-in also creates a backup without replacing the original. The office keeps the clipboard because the app may fail. Your answers may be outdated, regulations may demand signatures, or staff may distrust whatever database was installed during a renovation 3 managers ago. The digital layer promises transformation. The paper layer promises survival. You get both promises, plus a pen attached to plastic flowers. Then responsibility quietly migrates towards you. When information fails to transfer, the system does not reconcile it. You repeat it. When a form disappears, you refill it. When the kiosk rejects your passport, you carry it to an agent and begin again. The customer becomes the universal adapter connecting software, policies, vendors, and staff. That arrangement survives because duplicate work feels safer to the organization than missing data. Asking twice lowers institutional anxiety. Your annoyance is diffuse, private, and difficult to measure. A missing consent form is visible, reportable, and attached to somebody's job. Therefore, the system optimizes against the visible failure by creating an invisible tax on your attention. That is the reversal. The form is marketed as convenience, but its real product is organizational reassurance. You are not skipping a checkpoint. You are feeding one more checkpoint before encountering all the others. Every polished screen makes the process appear modern while preserving the habits that made modernization necessary. The internet has not eliminated paperwork. It has given paperwork multiple locations, push notifications, and your home address. Once you see the arrangement, tomorrow's online check-in stops feeling like a sacred obligation. You can treat it as a conditional tool. If completing it produces a boarding pass, a room key, an earlier queue, or a confirmed appointment, the exchange has value. If it only produces another request to arrive early, you have discovered digital theater with excellent branding. Before entering anything complicated, save the information that institutions repeatedly demand. Keep your medication list in a secure note. Store your hotel loyalty number where your thumb can find it. Photograph the appliance label before booking repair. This does not excuse duplication. It simply prevents your washing machine model number from becoming an oral history project conducted beside a leaking hose. At the desk, ask a precise question. Did my online form come through? That sentence forces the invisible gap into view. If the answer is yes, ask which sections actually need repeating. Sometimes the clipboard shrinks from 6 pages to 1 signature. Sometimes nothing changes, but at least the ceremony receives its proper name. You can also notice which services respect completed work. A clinic that remembers your medication list, an airline app that transfers passport details, or a hotel that actually issues a mobile key is not merely convenient. It is evidence that somebody connected the rooms behind the screen. Reward that competence with your return when choices exist. Most importantly, stop blaming yourself for feeling irritated by just one more form. Your frustration is an accurate response to fragmented design. The task is small, the repetition is the insult. You already donated the information. Now you are being asked to prove that you donated it, then personally escort it across departments. That awareness will not fix the system, but it will change how much of its confusion you accept as yours. Somewhere, your completed form is resting in a database nobody there can open. You will repeat your address, present the card, sign the paper, and receive another cheerful email about convenience. Modern efficiency has been achieved. Every system finished its task, except yours. Which place demands your information most often?